Hell in a Cell just concluded, and man, oh man, did we just have a great pay-per-view. I'm not, I thought, I see you guys. I thought you guys were thinking that I was going to say something bad. But no, this pay-per-view was honestly a very good pay-per-view from top to bottom. And when it all is said and done, Cody Rhodes should deserve all the fucking respect in the world. Going 25 minutes inside Hell in a Cell with a completely torn pectoral muscle is obviously not the best move you could have done, but yeah, he did it. He did a damn thing. And you know what? He had a great match. WWE, I have some issues to work out with you during that match, but at the end of the day, we're going to be talking about Hell in a Cell in its entirety tonight on Outside the Brand. You guys are not going to want to miss it. Let's get into the show. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. Oh, okay, we're good. I had no idea what the hell just happened. and our background is gone. There it is. There it is. Technical difficulties. We're good. Yeah, guys, what's going on? It's Outside the Brand. We're here for the full. Wait, let me just get back to normal. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. This is your Hell in a Cell 2022 post show right here on Outside the Brand. And yeah, this pay-per-view, I have to say, well, from top to bottom, this show looked terrible at the start, right?
Yeah.
You look at the cards, six matches to Raw, one match to SmackDown. This looked terrible on paper, especially with like only 2 championship matches, no world titles on the line. You get what I mean.
Yeah.
But this turned out to be something incredible, and especially that main event. If nobody respects Cody Rhodes after what he just went through, you're an absolutely disgusting human being, and you should not be watching professional wrestling.
I'm still in shock. I don't know how in the world he did that.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, but yeah, this was an absolutely insane pay-per-view, an insane main event. I did not think Cody Rhodes with a completely torn pectoral muscle. Keep in mind, this was completely off the bone, Loft. Was going to take that many bumps as he did. And he did. And he did all the damn things. He went. And listen, it's a pun, but I honestly don't even give a shit. He went through hell and back when it came to that pectoral muscle. He did. He took table spots. He went into the cage multiple times inside Hell in a Cell. They brought in a sledgehammer. He had a kendo stick dug into the pectoral muscle itself. I have respected Cody Rhodes, and I have loved Cody Rhodes for the majority, if not his entirety, of his career. To the people that don't like Cody Rhodes, you at least have to respect him now. Like, Cody Rhodes put it all on the line tonight. This is career threatening. This is possible career ending if he does not get this sorted out right away. Because, like, a completely torn pectoral muscle, bro, that is something that a lot of people can't come back from.
I don't even know what to say. You saw my face when I was watching that match. I genuinely don't have anything to say. I don't know what that man harnessed to go out there and do something like that, but I don't know how you can't respect what he just did out there. And I was confused because most of my chat was like, yeah, that's cool. Where's Bray at? And I'm like, you just watched the man wrestle with one arm for like 25 minutes, and you're more focused on a rumor that none of us were even
None
like.
of us should even care about Bray at this point now.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, I feel that was more. That still would have overshadowed if Bray even came out.
Right.
You know, because
now
that was
also to the people in Chicago tonight saying thank you Rollins. When he was, listen, people were telling me, oh yeah, they were chanting thank you Rollins because he brought out a table because everybody was asking him for it all night. Shut the fuck up. Chicago people are sick fucking human beings after what they just witnessed, saying thank you Cody, or well, thank you Rollins for what he was doing to Cody during that entire match. They were not chanting thank you Rollins because of a table.
I want to go that far. I don't think they were freaking bloodthirsty for Cody. When he took off the jacket, the whole crowd went mute. I don't think they were chanting for Seth to beat Cody up more. I think that was just the crowd. I don't think.
Thank you, Cody, just to get a table out. Nah. You don't just thank Cody for thank you Rollins for just bringing out a table.
Why would they say thank you Rollins for beating up Cody while he's dying out there? That doesn't make
because
sense.
Some people are fucking disgusted when it comes to Cody Rhodes.
It was the whole.
Some people still hate it that he's here.
That was I don't know about that one, bro.
Well, I heard that thank you Rollins, and I was like, you are some sick human beings if you think that this is something good that Rollins is doing right now.
That's what I was under the impression that it was for the table. That's why I highly doubt that they were cheering for Cody to get hurt more. I doubt that. I get your perception of it is different than mine is, I guess, but it's just
I don't know. It just seemed very weird that people are just chanting "Thank you, Cody," and not "Thank you, Cody." Thank you, Rollins. Inside Hell in a Cell when this man has a torn pec.
I don't know, man.
But listen, that's neither here or there. This match was great. Rollins and Cody honestly deserve all of our respect in the world, especially Cody after what he just went through. I need Cody to go home, get surgery, and come back better than ever. The man should not return any longer than the Royal Rumble. He's obviously not going to be making it for Money in the Bank. He's obviously not going to be making it for SummerSlam. That Royal Rumble, if he can return by January, that is going to be something special. Now, I don't know if you give Cody the win for the Rumble, but you can have him return there and it's such a special moment. I have no idea though. Just get better at the end of the day.
Yeah, please sit down.
Go home. Just go home. Take care of the shit.
You don't have to prove anything else, bro. You got it. You got it. You
didn't have to prove anything in AEW. You don't have to prove anything here in WWE.
Oh, don't you take that route, Phil. Don't you do that.
What?
Don't you take that AEW route with me.
I said you didn't have to prove anything in AEW. You surely don't have to prove anything here.
I'm telling you how people are going to perceive that statement. I'm going to tell you how people are going to perceive that statement. They're going to act like you're saying that AEW doesn't need Cody's best performance, and WWE absolutely needs to have him. Like, they're not going to. That's like a AEW is greater than WWE jab that I think people are going to perceive that as.
Well, here's the thing. These guys know what I mean by this. Okay. But like, I understand where you're coming from. I do. But listen, He didn't need to prove anything inside that match. He could have said no. He could have said no. He didn't want to be a part of this match. He could have backed out of this, dude. But Cody Rhodes is too prideful for this. Cody Rhodes wanted to do this. And at the end of the day, whether he wanted to do this or not, I still got a little bit of a gripe with WWE, though, because why didn't WWE try to stop this?
That doesn't. All right. I'm only gonna say that because I'm not attacking. I'm not gonna attack the company for this. Only for the fact that if God, obviously I wasn't backstage, but if he went back there, took off his coat, and everyone saw, oh my God, he doesn't have an arm, and they said you can't wrestle, and Cody implored them to wrestle, I would be more. I think I'm more happy with them for letting him go out there and do it. If he went out there and like, or say he was at home, if he was at home, he was like, yeah, I can't even go to the show tonight, and they made him get up out of his bed and come to the show, then I can attack them for that. But I can't. If he went there, if he got up with the intention of wrestling and walked in gorilla and said, you know what, I'm doing this, arm or not, I'm not putting that on WWE's shoulders. Cody was fully aware of what he was going to do. That's a grown man who's been wrestling.
Oh, for sure, yes. Cody was fully aware of what could have happened.
Yeah. I can't say anything bad about the company for that. Like,
I know it's just, people are gonna take it that way, bro. Though people are gonna take it as WWE being absolutely careless about Cody Rhodes and his health, and W Rhodes to be inside Hell in a Cell with a completely torn pectoral.
Then they're stupid. If you slandered WWE for that, you're stupid. Then how about that? Because if you want to slander WWE for this, then you might as well slander AEW for freaking Jeff throwing himself out there against Darby when he's an old man. You know,
well, I didn't want that either. I didn't want that either.
I know. This is the thing. I don't, and that's the bad thing about this. I kind of like, I'm about to contradict myself, but I don't like the whole just like every time one company does something bad, oh, this company want to do that, you know, because it is this what we saw here tonight is not about AEW in the slightest. I don't give a
no.
This was about Cody saying, I'm going to do this match, period. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not going to go out there and not wrestle because I'm in pain. He went out there and he did it. That's one of the things that makes wrestlers, to me, that's one of the things that makes superstars. If you go out there, broken bone, broken body, and you say, I'm still going to put on this show, you get your respect. I don't care what your company you're in. I don't care where you came from. You go there and do what Cody did tonight. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You've already surpassed what my standards are for a superstar, if that means anything. But you've fully completed that task. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen anything like that in my life. So I was completely in shock during the match.
Oh yeah.
Wincing every time something happened, but it was just like that. I can't. There's no way you can say many negative things about him after he just did that for you.
If people say negative things about Cody Rhodes after all of this, you just if
you want to,
something go ahead, seriously wrong.
If you want to, go ahead. That's you. But this, I'm worried about what the narrative is going to be in the morning because I know everyone's going to do their opinions by tomorrow afternoon. But
yeah,
you got a 25-minute.
I'm telling you right now, some people are going to slander WWE for this.
Hey, look, they got it, bro. Hey, you got it. If they want to do that, they got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't see the reasoning for it, especially if they said no and he said yes. They said no and he said yes, and they said no and he screamed yes. And if they said no and he just walked out there by himself, you at this point you weren't going to stop him because once he went out there to the cell, he was committed to going out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what people got to realize. Vince didn't drag him by his ear and say, go out there and wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if WWE made Cody Rhodes do this,
Yeah.
then yes, slander them all you freaking want, because that's not only just disrespectful, but that's honestly just not even caring about the health of your employers.
Yeah. This is not a time to call WWE stupid or disgusting or whatever. This is not a time for that. This is definitely not a time. The only thing this is a time for is, first of all, acknowledging how great this show was before Cody went out there and died, and acknowledging what Cody and Rollins did, because Rollins went out there and did what he had to do too. I think you got to remember that as well.
Rollins helped Cody throughout that entire match. Yes.
Yeah, beautifully, and they put on a 4 to 5 star match just like that. You know what I'm saying?
When I saw Cody do the Cody Cutter, I was freaking the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, that looked bad. That was the first one. I don't want to watch this.
I'm like, if he's doing the Cody Cutter, he's taking some bumps tonight, and this is not going to be good. I mean, this is going to be a great match to watch, but this is going to be bad. But dude, man, I swear to you guys, if you guys don't have any ounce of respect for Cody, I don't know how, seriously. But we're going to be going through everything about this, not only match tonight, but everything about this pay-per-view tonight. Because like Locke said, this is a great show. I mean, we did not look into this as something great heading in, but WWE, they pulled something out tonight. And you guys know me. I'm Phil Khan, for Christ's sakes. But you got to give WWE props when they are deserved. And they are deserving tonight. So we're going to get right into it, guys. If you guys enjoy what you hear tonight, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. Stay tuned for all the Cody Rhodes news, because, I mean, there's going to be some news happening, obviously, with everything going on with Cody and his injury and what could be the course of action heading into this. And, Aiden, thank you so much, my man. You obviously are a big supporter of OTB, so I have no doubt that you're probably just going to watch this tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon or whenever you can. But yeah, man, get some sleep. Go get the merch like Aiden said. And thank you so much, my man. You're an absolutely awesome dude. And I believe you're a mod for a reason. We have him as a mod here, right? I mean, you're a mod for a reason. You're killing it right now. But yeah, subscribe to your channel, like the video. Let's get it to 25 likes tonight for the post show right here on OTB. And go get the merch, bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand, and its merchandise.
Merch.
And yeah, we're gonna get right into it, guys. Let's not beat around the bush here. Let me get my notes up, and we are going to be good to go. Oh my God. I keep seeing this. First of all, I have to say this too. Rollins wearing Dusty Rhodes polka dots. Absolutely phenomenal. That was good.
Great touch.
I loved it. It was just absolutely phenomenal. So we had the kickoff show. Obviously, no matches for the show. They usually just do kickoff shows now just for the panel's predictions for the matches and just talking about the stories heading into the match, which I honestly kind of like more. I don't know about you, but I like this type of kickoff show more than I do when it actually just comes to just no matches instead of just having one.
Yeah. I watched like the last 30 minutes. I came in, I turned Peacock on at like 7:30, so I watched the rest of it. It's always all right to watch, you know.
I think like just like the predictions and them actually going over the story is a lot better, and it kind of actually fits into what you were thinking of before when you said keeping Raw 3 hours, but have like that third hour be like a debate kind of thing, like First Take or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is. I mean, you get the storylines, you have them talking about it. You have like a moderator and Caleb Braxton, and they make predictions for all of this. So honestly, you getting your third hour of Raw that you kind of want on your kickoff shows.
That's true. That's true. If they just expand upon it and add different aspects of it besides just the prediction and the story, then they might have something that you can do with that, you know. But
yeah,
it's cool to watch, you know.
So we started off tonight. We're in Chicago, by the way. So we're in Chicago here tonight. We started off the night, which, of course, I'm subscribed to Patreon when it comes to Fightful Select and all that stuff. Fightful Select actually put out the match order for the card tonight. But then obviously a report came out saying that due to Cody Rhodes' injury, they had to switch some things around.
Yeah.
They didn't really switch anything around because we all knew Cody Rhodes was going to be in the main event.
Yeah.
But they switched the other matches around. What was initially going to be the first match was Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. But what we did actually get tonight was the triple threat match, the only women's match on the card tonight between Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Becky Lynch, with the Raw Women's title on the line.
Dog.
This was a very good triple threat.
That was great. That was a great match. Great way to start off the show.
I mean, I got no complaints at all. Asuka did her thing. Obviously, Becky did her thing. Becky, even though I don't like her as a character, she is phenomenal at what she does in that ring. And Bianca's Bianca. I mean, she goes in there and she kills it every single day of the week.
Damn right. Oh, and this too, for everybody. Lord, let me turn my camera on. We had the conversation last night about Bianca and her character not getting over. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if it's just the Chicago crowd. They gave her a reaction from when she started, when she came out, she got the biggest pop as a face. When she was in the ring, she got the biggest pop, and when she won, she got the biggest pop. From point to point, Bianca got the biggest reaction out of those three women. That's it. Promo or not, Bianca went out there and she got the reaction before she hit anybody, during her hitting people, and after. And I'm gonna whenever Nate comes around, I don't know where he's at right now, but I want him to tell me if he heard the same thing I heard from the TV. Obviously, he's there, so he hears the raw uncut. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was pure. I don't know if it was just the crowd being hot. The crowd was hot for like the whole night. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, Chicago was a great crowd tonight. And usually Chicago is always a great crowd. I mean, Chicago is a great wrestling city. But you're 100% right. Bianca Belair had them in the palm of her hands, like pretty much the majority of the match. I mean, Asuka, she got great reactions too at times. Becky even got some legit boos in there.
That's what I was waiting for. That made me happy. I was like, okay, now they're actually
and legit boos too. It's not forced. Those weren't forced boos. Like that was like legit, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see these forced agenda type boos where they make us do anything. We want to boo them because we don't like them.
Exactly.
It was a great touch, and at the end of the day, they all did their thing tonight. They really did. I have no complaints about this match.
Yeah.
So this match was a very long match too. I mean, they gave these two time. I mean, 3 time. The match clocks in. Let me actually get back to the match card clocking in. They went 19 minutes, which. Listen, guys, with WWE usually giving them like 2 to 3 minute matches nowadays, 19 minutes, you're giving them time.
Yeah.
So, and that's like obviously excluding entrances and all that stuff. Like the match kind of took up maybe like the first 40, 45 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
If you really want to think about it that way. So I mean, they went through that, but yeah, like this was a really good match. So Becky jumped and caught Belair. Uh, she jumped at Belair, but she got caught. Only for Asuka to drop them with a missile drop kick. And Bianca fell to the floor. Becky then throws Asuka outside and hits Belair with a manhandle slam, but Asuka breaks up the pinfall. I thought that was gonna be it, bro. That manhandle slam, Asuka was down. I was scared. So all three women are down at this point, and they start trading blows. And Belair wants a glam slam, but Becky, but Asuka kicks her in the head. Lynch then tosses Asuka away and pins Belair, but Asuka breaks it up once again. And this is awesome chants are roaring throughout Chicago at this point in time. Asuka hits Becky with a German suplex, but misses a hip attack, and Lynch kicks her right in the head. Becky then applies to disarm her, but Belair lifts her onto the apron, only for Asuka to knock Belair off of it, and Lynch falls into the ring. Asuka then trades pinfalls with Becky until Asuka locks in the Asuka lock. Lynch then flies out of the Asuka lock and reapplies, and then she reapplies it until Becky comes back. Asuka then attempts a hip attack in the corner, but Belair catches her and hits a glam slam into the turnbuckles, which looked great. They sold it well. It just looked like a great move. Becky then throws Belair on the turnbuckles, and Asuka with the manhandle slam and covers, but Belair returns, tosses Becky from the ring, and pins Asuka for the 1, 2, 3. It wasn't even like she threw her and like she hit the barricade or anything. She threw her. She lands on her feet. She runs around the ring post, and 1, 2, 3. That was it. Lynch is flabbergasted at this point. She's like, what? How the heck? Oh my God. Yeah. You didn't get back in the ring. That was very weird to me.
That's how Becky wins most of her matches. So I mean, or at least the multi-people matches. So the only thing that made me sad about this is that this kind of makes me believe that they're gonna do this match again.
Yeah, at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I feel it. So
take that as you may, but the match itself, I have no freaking complaints about this match. I'm happy Bianca. I think this is her first title defense. I'm pretty sure it is, if I remember correctly.
Other than Sonya Deville on that Raw.
Oh yeah, that's why I forgot about it. That's why I forgot about that. But yeah,
her first like real pay-per-view defense. Yes, I believe so.
So I'm happy she went out there and did her thing. Great match. I definitely thought Asuka and Becky were about to win at like certain times in this match. So
yes,
that's also freaking great. And hopefully we get some advancement of her story past the same people, because at this point right now, it seems like when Bianca becomes champion, they just focus her on one opponent. Obviously, the first time it was I think it was Carmella. So I just hope that we're not doing that with Becky now, and Becky just gets continuous championship shots against her until she eventually wins or something. So I just want this to be a testament to how good Bianca is in every aspect of the word, because I think a lot of critics of her should just acknowledge what happened tonight from bell to bell and reevaluate your assessment of who Bianca is as a character and as a wrestler. Because if she didn't turn some heads tonight, she will continue to turn some heads if she does what she did tonight. and follow that up with wins as well. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah. This was a great match. The right winner came out on top here. Bianca Belair. She retains the Raw Women's Championship. I see this from a mile away, though. Becky's going to come back on Monday Night Raw tomorrow and say that since she did not get pinned, she deserves another opportunity. It's going to be some type of storyline to get her into SummerSlam. And we'll see where that goes from there. Money in the Bank, obviously, is the next show, though, July 2nd at the MGM Grand. Listen, I think Bianca Belair is going to defend against somebody else at Money in the Bank, and that's why I still think I think it's still going to be Becky at SummerSlam. But Becky's going to come into come into Raw tomorrow and say, listen, since I didn't get pinned, I should get another shot. I see this from a mile away.
Yeah, probably.
But we'll see where this goes. And I'm just happy that the right winner came out on top here. And if you guys are not, happy about that triple threat match and just the way that those three ladies just killed it tonight, I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't know why they started off the show with this, but honestly, this was a great way to start off the show.
Yeah, I'm usually not a fan of them starting off the show with a really good match because I feel like it kind of tells you that the rest of the night isn't going to live up to that. But yeah, assuming what happened in the main event, they obviously knew something good was going to come out of this. So, but great match indeed.
Yeah, so I loved it. I loved everything about it, and the right person came out on top in the end. Up next, I was live with Megan at this time. Well, I was live with Megan throughout the entire show until she had to get off, but we both kind of took a nap during this next match.
What was the next match?
And that was Omos and MVP versus Bob.
Oh, I was screaming. I love this so much, man. I was really, you guys know how I feel about Bobby Lashley, man. So this was freaking amazing for me.
I love that I got this wrong. I love that Bobby Lashley won. Bobby Lashley should have obviously won. Yes. Yeah. I just did not think that with the way they're trying to do something with Omos, and they are trying, but they're just not succeeding. And we all know they're not succeeding. I just thought they were going to try to do something with it. And Bobby, he looked great tonight. MVP should not be in the ring. He's past his prime. He does not need to be there anymore.
Oh, yeah, no.
Hold on. And Omos just is Omos. But yeah, he'll be right back. Guys, this was a snooze fest. Let's say it. At the end of the day, this was a snooze fest. Bobby Lashley should have gotten the win, and he did get the win tonight. I just hope that this feud is god dang over, and this does not need to continue after this. I mean, we saw Cedric Alexander even come out. I don't even know if he was trying to help out MVP and Omos, or if he was trying to help out Bobby Lashley. But regardless, Jesus Christ, I'm tired after that. I forgot to switch the banner. But I don't even know who Cedric was even trying to help out tonight. I don't know if he was trying to help. I don't know if he was trying to help Bob, or I don't know if he was trying to help MVP and Omos, but
he just looked weird up there. I was like, okay, well, what the hell are you about to do?
Yeah, so I saw Pink on a turnbuckle at one point during the match, and I'm like, what the hell is Pink doing on there? They usually show Pink during October for breast cancer awareness, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Cedric. Hi, buddy. Okay. And then he got annihilated. But I just hope this feud is over. At the end of the day, this needs to end now. Nobody cares about this.
Yeah.
And Bob got the win. Just get it over.
Can we talk about the reaction Bob got when he won? They were treating it like he just won the main event of WrestleMania.
Dude, he freaking won 10,000 WrestleManias.
I freaking love Bob, man. The crowd was cheering him on, and he was hyped up, and he's running around. He's like, yeah.
I don't know why they gave him that long of a celebration, though. They never do that type of shit.
Big and he's Bob. He took some dude's belt out of the freaking crowd. He's like, I'm the champ. I'm like, yeah, that's my Bob. Oh, it's fucking awesome.
They should have done that for Cody, if anything.
I was marking out this whole show. I don't know why this show was so freaking exciting to me. That was my peak. I was already hyped up because Bianca won, and then that just Bobby going out there and doing a victory lap just made it so much better.
Yeah. But we're gonna go over what happened in this match. MVP tagged in at one point and hit a running boot to the jaw of Lashley, and Lashley flies over the top rope to the floor. MVP then tags in Omos, who runs around the side of the ring, just like big boy Braun Strowman used to, was with his runaway train, and he runs around the side of the ring and tackles Lashley through the barricade. Shout out to you, Adam Scher, for that. Omos then crawls back towards the ring and gets inside at the count of 9. MVP then tags in to keep Lashley grounded and kicks. He kept him grounded with kicks, elbows, and just punches right to the face. MVP then whips Lashley into the corner, but knocks Omos off the ring apron. Then spears MVP. Lashley then covers, but Omos is able to break it up in time. Omos then grabs Lashley, but Cedric Alexander just suddenly comes out of nowhere, jumps off the top rope, and Omos grabs him and throws him over the ropes. Lashley then spears Omos as he rolls to the outside. Then Lashley avoids a big boot and in the corner and applies a hurt lock on the legal MVP. It took him a little while to tap out, but he did tap out eventually, and Big Bob got the win here tonight. Bigger Bob, I should say. Bobby Lashley gets the win tonight at Hell in a Cell. And then he won like 10,000 world championships, and the crowd went crazy.
Shout out Big Bob, man. Good tonight.
No, but in all seriousness, I think obviously this was the right decision here. MVP and Omos should have never won this thing. I just had some kind of sneaky feeling that WWE would do such a thing. But MVP does not deserve to be in the ring. Neither does Omos. Just get them. I respect MVP for trying to do everything in his power to try to help Omos. I do. But it's just simply not helping. It's just not helping.
Yeah. There's a disconnect.
I mean, we do these Omos like jokes and everything for fun here. But at the end of the day, I think we both know it's not working.
Yep, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, I gotta admire him though. I mean, he continues to try. It just
he's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying.
But we'll see. I mean, and the thing is, dude, it sucks too because he's only 28 years old.
He has time. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think that's the most frustrating thing about it. I don't know what it is that he needs to improve on.
Yeah.
Well, I do, but I don't know how to go about it. If someone told me to go do it, I mean,
obviously, cardio is the one thing.
Yeah.
Cardio is the one thing, but that is such a progression type of thing to get better at. Like, you work at that through spurts.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I know that from experience.
Mm.
And then obviously the in-ring acumen is something to work on as well. But that works with reps and just training.
Yeah.
Training and getting inside the ring with some of the best people, some of the best trainers out there in the world. Giving Omos time in the Performance Center, like I say, give him about 6 to 8 months in the PC, just to get his cardio up, just to get his in-ring acumen up, just to learn from some of the best out there. He can be something.
Yeah.
But it just takes time, and I know that. This match went about 8 minutes, like 8.5 minutes, which I was hoping this match was going to go less than 10 minutes, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Mainly because of Bob, but
yeah,
this wasn't as bad as I thought. We then had Kevin Owens versus Ezekiel. I was wrong again.
They did the damn thing. There wasn't a bad match on this card. They did the damn thing.
No, they did great.
They shut me up. I was expecting a snooze fest, and they went out there and then put on a good one. And I was wrong about it.
Yeah, I said Ezekiel.
Yeah, me too.
I said Ezekiel. I thought they were going to try to do something with it. I honestly thought with Ezekiel winning, I thought Kevin Owens was going to try to continue this. But no, Kevin Owens wins. He gets this in about 9 minutes, like pretty much 9.5 minutes. And I mean, he didn't prove anything. I mean, he didn't prove that it was Elias all the time.
Yeah, he just won.
He just won. But this was very entertaining. I mean, I think what I could say and respect about this feud when it comes to Elias/Ezekiel with Kevin Owens is the willingness to make this work.
Yeah.
And the willingness to just continue on pushing through it, even if it's, like I said earlier in our preview and predictions, turning chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah.
They went out there and they did this storyline where there's really no payoff here. It's a comedy type act. Kevin Owens put it upon himself to try to get Ezekiel over as much as he possibly could, and he's done that.
Yeah. I mean, I also think it's a testament to someone in my chat mentioned this to me, but have you seen a bad Kevin Owens match?
No. Like it's a testament to Kevin Owens and how great he is. Yeah. Not only just in the ring, but just as a character to get others over.
Yeah,
he's done that with Sami Zayn. He's done that with Elias here, / Ezekiel. He's done that with many people.
Yeah,
like hell, he even did that with Rollins when they were even going at it, and then they were teaming, and then things happened. Like there's nothing bad about Kevin Owens in the slightest when it comes to me in WWE. Yeah. Do I think he does deserve a little bit better, like championship wise? Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
because the man deserves his dues. You put him in stuff like this, he deserves something.
I understand that.
But I mean, at the end of the day, there's something to be said about how this man works and the ability to allow himself to turn chicken shit into chicken salad. So this was great. I mean, match in the last 10 minutes. And it lasted like about 9.5, but this was good. Elias or Ezekiel, whatever one you want to call him. What's good here tonight? Obviously, Kevin Owens is great. There's nothing bad about this. Like,
not at all.
I'm trying to find something to complain about, but I can't.
There's nothing. Not. It's great.
I can't see anything. So
Good ass
but
match.
yeah, so this was good for what it was. This was really good. So Owens at this point, he goes up to the top rope for a swanton bomb, but Zeke gets his knees up. Ezekiel then connects with two leaping knees and beats Owens and covers Owens, but he gets a 2 count at the end of it. Zeke then mule kicks Owens, then looks for a splash, but nobody home. Ezekiel then catches Owens with a spinebuster for a 2 count. Owens then looks for a stunner but gets shoved away. Owens then catches Zeke with a pop-up powerbomb for a very close 2 count and can't believe it. Owens screams Elias at this, and he screams at him for a few minutes, but Ezekiel drops him with a knee. Zeke then heads to the top rope, but Owens super kicks him 3 times as he falls down. Owens then hits a cannonball and lifts him to hit a stunner and scores to pinfall victory. Kevin Owens wins. He gets his vengeance on Ezekiel Elias at the end of the day. And even though I am praising the hell out of both of these men for what they have done with the storyline, I don't want it anymore. I want something different. I want something different for Kevin. If Ezekiel's going to stick around, have Ezekiel do something different.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think this is done. I think this is done.
It would be a good way to end it. I mean, I do think they're gonna have like one more match on like Raw or something, but no more pay-per-view matches as far as they can go.
Yeah, I think this is done. I don't really think at this point there's really anything to prove. I don't even really think there was anything to I don't really think there was a payoff to this. Yeah. I don't think we're ever going to find out that this was Elias the entire time. I don't think that Elias was ever going to return, or hell, the Damian Sandow thing. I think this was just a storyline to get the Zeke character over, and that was enough.
Yeah.
So hopefully that this is it, and we'll see where things go from here. I just hope for the best when it comes to both of them, because even when he was Elias, man, I really liked him. I liked his in-ring acumen. I liked the way that he just continued to shit on the crowd during his guitar solos and everything like that. I loved his little concerts. And then when he was actually doing concerts on Raw, I was like, oh shit, they're actually doing something like this. And then they killed him off.
Out of nowhere.
And then they just said Elias is dead. I'm like, wait, why? What happened? He was just fine, and now all of a sudden he's dead. I'm like, I just saw him in concert last week, and then this happens. I was like, oh shit.
He announced himself being dead. That's what made it crazy. I was like, he knows he's gonna die. That was different.
You know what though? When all that was happening, when those vignettes happened about like, oh, Elias is dead, I was like, are they legitimately writing him off TV in that way so that they can just release him? Because that would be disgusting.
Yeah, that was the direction I think I thought about too. Because it didn't even hit my head that they were just going to repackage his whole character into what it is now. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, trust me, WWE would do something like that, though. You know they would.
Listen, I try my best to think that they won't do terrible things, man. I won't give them any more strikes than they do already have. So I'm just happy that this is good for what it is, and Elias is at home and Ezekiel is flourishing. So
yeah. Elias is at home and his brother Ezekiel is, he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing in WWE. Up next, a match that was also great. I mean, first of all, here's the thing. I have a gripe with WWE here. I need to get this off my chest. Laf, you're probably not going to like it. But at the end of the day, WWE needs to stop this, and WWE needs to pay the man his respects. Okay. Miles Kennedy is the greatest vocalist of all time, and nobody should be speaking when Miles Kennedy is singing to us when it comes to the other side. There, I said it.
I agree with that. I agree.
The commentator should not be speaking. The ring announcer should not be telling us their names. You give this man the silence that he deserves. Let Judgment Day come out to complete silence from the the crowd can do what they want. The crowd are going to be the crowd. But no ring announcement, no commentary. Just let them come out. You can't even hear Miles Kennedy. You can't even hear their music at times.
I mean, I think the only thing with that is that they always do that with like all this. They always talk over their character. I mean, over their music.
All their wrestlers, yeah.
If you do something with that, I do think it will be different because like it would be a breath of fresh air. Like only for them, they don't talk. Yeah, I think that would be cool in some instances. You know.
Yeah.
I think it somewhat adds to the character. But it's just like they talk. They always talk over everyone's song, you know. So it's just like I don't know, you know.
I just like Miles Kennedy so much, and I love this song, and I want to hear it.
I definitely feel you on that. I turn all the lights off every time they come out. That was great. They all looked freaking menacing when they walked out there.
I love Rhea's new attire. I think that fits her so well.
Rhea's beautiful. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Rhea's very beautiful. I wish Tony Brown was here.
She's great.
I wish Tony Brown was here. You know Tony.
Who the hell's that? Who's Tony Brown?
Here. I'll look at the private chat on StreamYard.
Okay. Quick commercial break. All right, Josh. Have a good night, yo. Oh,
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know him. Okay. We got some of that tonight. But but this was a great match too. The Judgment Day came out. They did their thing. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan. They did their thing. There was a spot in this match, and I want to kind of allow you to just what you speak your mind on this. There's a little bit of a spot in this match where all of them are doing like suicide dives to Judgment Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Finn and AJ, they did their normal type of suicide dive where they go off the rope and everything, and they dive through the middle rope like they usually do. Liv Morgan, however, she didn't go to the other side of the ropes or anything like that and Irish whip herself off of it. She just got into the ring with no momentum at all, really, and just dove through the ropes. Rhea Ripley had to step in closer just to honestly catch her.
Yeah.
I'm glad Rhea did. And I don't know if you saw like that type of like, her legitimately moving in closer that she can catch her in time.
Yeah, she caught her. Yeah.
But that could have ended badly if it wasn't for Rhea like getting in there closer just to, save. I think they are like really good friends outside the ring and everything. This is just for the story, but I'm glad that she did her thing and caught Liv when it wasn't looking all that good.
Yeah, that was it looked bad as soon as she let go, and I was like, okay, well, this isn't gonna. It was like a 3-second buffer period before she hit the ground. So, but it was obvious she didn't clear the rope. I think it was like that middle rope she didn't clear. So I'm happy she's okay.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, this match was very good. I think all of them played their roles very well. Damian Priest did his thing about being the powerhouse of the group. Edge, obviously, being the leader, leading the traffic through everything. And the Brutalizer and Rhea Ripley did her thing as well. Liv shined here. I really think she did. I think Liv did great here. The ending with Finn, I'm going to have to talk about because WWE missed an opportunity there.
I thought they were going to do it for a second.
WWE missed an opportunity big time with that, and I'll just talk about it after. But and AJ, he's great. AJ's always been great. He's gonna do his thing.
You saw him get freaking busted open.
Yeah, he did. And it was bad too.
I didn't realize it until after they did the instant replay, and I saw the blood on the ground. I was like, "What happened?" He's gushing on the ground. I don't know what happened. I don't know what he hit. It was just there. I don't know what happened, but God,
it was bad.
Yeah. Sheesh.
But well, there's two people that we need to pay respects to tonight when it comes to goddamn injuries and everything like that. Hopefully AJ's okay, and obviously Cody. But AJ, you just get that wound sorted out, man. We do not need you out either. But yeah, this is a great match, and we're gonna go over what happened during it as well. So Styles, he hit Edge, and then Balor, he hit pretty much. At one point during this match, everybody was inside the ring, and Styles, Balor, and Liv, they were just taking it to all of Judgment Day. In the ring, outside the ring, all of them rolled outside the ring. Balor and Styles dove over the ropes onto Priest and AJ Styles with crossbodies. Then Morgan does the same thing through the ropes with a suicide dive. That's the spot I was mentioning before. Balor then gets Priest inside the ring and hits an enziguri, then goes to the top. But Ripley stands in front. No, she shook the ropes as he fell down. I thought at some point she did definitely stand in front, though. She stood in front of Balor or whatever, but this time she just shook the ropes so that he can fall off.
Yeah.
Edge then tags in, and Priest hits the South of Heaven chokeslam, and then Priest was looking for a spear, but out of nowhere comes a phenomenal forearm, but then he tosses Edge out of the ring. He tosses AJ out of the ring, excuse me. Edge then runs for a spear, but Balor counters with a small package for a very close 2 count. And then Balor hits a drop kick into a sling blade and then goes to the top. And then this is where Rhea steps in front of him. He stands in front. And then Morgan just comes out of nowhere, comes out of frame. I forgot to even change the thing. Morgan just comes out of nowhere, out of frame, and just attacks Ripley from behind as they fall through the ropes. Balor then jumps for the coup de grace, but Edge rolls out of the way and follows it up with a spear. 1, 2, 3. And that was it. Judgment Day picks up the win. At the end of it all, Judgment Day is standing tall and behind Finn Balor as Finn Balor is aching in pain. They could have done something with that, bro. They missed an opportunity big time.
I was really hoping, but we'll see how Raw goes. I mean, maybe they're going to try to slow burn this one. So,
and the thing is, dude, they gave them a long celebration time.
Yeah.
I thought they could have kidnapped Balor or something like that. They could have taken him with them or something. Like they could have done something. But then they showed us the White Sox. And I'm like, I don't care about the White Sox.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? I don't care about this baseball shit.
I don't care about the White Sox. And then all of a sudden I got from Peacock, stay with us. We'll be back soon. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I thought it went down for a few seconds. I got scared.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. What do you mean?
Little buffer.
I'm like, what do you mean? But yeah, they missed the opportunity there. But hopefully, I think you're right though, dude. I think we're gonna get some kind of slow burn when it comes to this, and we'll see where things go from there. After that, though, Bobby Lashley approached Cedric Alexander backstage and asked him what just happened earlier because he had no idea what was happening, and Cedric was there and things were happening. So Cedric said that Omos and MVP got what there was coming to him, to them, and he's not going to back down anymore. He's not even going to look for their approval anymore either. Lashley then says that he's proud of him and he wishes him well, saying that he has to stand up for what he believes in, but playfully warns him to never get involved in his matches ever again. And then he slaps him on the chest and they walk off. So I guess by this segment, he was trying to help Lashley?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, shit.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
So now they're friends now? Now they're friends again? I mean.
Cool.
Okay.
That's great.
Up next, Bobby Lashley and Cedric Alexander versus Omos and MVP.
You just leaked the Monday Night Raw card.
That's probably going to happen. Now that I just said that, it's probably going to be the next match.
The Raw card, 15 hours ahead of time. That's crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like this is it's probably gonna happen now. No holds barred. This was surprisingly good.
They did the damn thing too, for sure.
Happy Corbin, Madcap. His name is just Madcap now. Apparently, it's not Madcap Moss. I learned that today.
Oh, okay, cool.
His name is just shortened to Madcap now. Even though the commentators were calling him Madcap Moss, but his name is just shortly known as Madcap now. So even the commentators don't even know what the hell they're doing. Or WWE just doesn't even know what they're doing. Maybe they didn't change their name. I just heard it as Madcap. But this match was good. I mean, Baron Corbin, I hate the man. I really do. The man has me blocked on Twitter, but I don't care. But I can't deny what he was doing here tonight, that this match was really good. And Madcap is doing his thing. I mean, after this feud with Corbin, dude, I swear, you put him in that Intercontinental Championship picture on SmackDown, you strap him, he could be a future piece, bro. He is so good.
I feel that.
He is so good. I mean, I've seen this guy grow from NXT to what he was in NXT. Because trust me, he was raw in NXT. And I mean, I'm even talking about Monday. Like he was legitimately one of the rawest prospects on NXT. But he busted his ass. He continued to work hard. He lost weight. And now he is here just kicking ass, man. He's got some great stuff about him. How do you feel about him? I mean, do you like what Madcap has been doing over the last few months? I mean, not really character-wise, because I think the jokes was kind of just WWE being WWE. But you can't deny this man's entering work.
That was all my main frustration, was that he was stupid before the bell rung, and then when the bell rung, he just turned into a whole different person. So I hope they know how to build on to that, especially since they got this character change now, presumed character change, and then give him some direction, give him some real incentive to do something besides Baron Corbin related things. Excuse me, bum ass Corbin related things, and then hopefully we get to see some good out of him, because he's a great wrestler. He's a great, and I don't like the. I do think he looks like generic Superstar 7 from SmackDown versus Raw right now, but
yeah, the attire is not the greatest, but
you can work on that. You can work on that. I'm more focused on the direction of him as a character. So
yeah,
I'm interested.
So we'll see where things go. I mean, I really do see some potential in Madcap, and hopefully we see just things go from down the line, because I really do see something special within him.
Yeah.
So Corbin wedges a chair between the ropes, but Moss whips Corbin into it. Moss then goes to the outside and brings another steel chair in. Corbin then knocks a chair from his hand, but Moss beats him in the corner and hits him in a shoulder tackle. Corbin then rolls out, and Moss runs at him, but Corbin then hits a chop block. Corbin then wraps a chair around Moss's head and runs him into the announce desk. Corbin then brings steel steps into the ring and props them in the corner. Corbin looks to throw Moss into the steel steps, but Madcap then slides off his shoulder and lifts Corbin and hits a fallaway slam into the steel steps, which looked brutal as hell.
Yeah.
So he did that. Moss then puts the steel chair around Corbin's head and lifts the steel steps and slams them onto the chair, just like the whole Madcap Moss around the next steel chair and the trophy, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy spot. So he does that, and then Moss covers 1, 2, 3, and he wins this match. Corbin is then stretched out of the arena just like Madcap was, and Madcap celebrates to end that segment.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
If this writes Baron Corbin off now, take him off TV for a bit, to possibly do something else with him, I am not going to be mad at that whatsoever.
I wonder what they're going to fill up his time with on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
now is the aftermath. Now it's what's about to happen after this whole Madcap thing. Yeah. What is WWE going to do with Madcap Moss to continue the trajectory that he is on right now? Because the fans support him. Obviously, we see the potential in him. What is WWE going to do after the fact? That's the question.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, we see the potential. It's just if WWE sees it, they need to capitalize it now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying put the strap on him right away. And you're obviously not going to give him a chance against Roman, because that's just doomed for failure. But you get him against a guy like Ricochet, you do something.
If Ricochet survives,
if Ricochet's champion on Friday.
Yeah, if Ricochet survives that.
If Ricochet is champion on Friday, because he does have a match on Friday. I believe the Intercontinental title match is Friday against Walter. So.
Yeah.
Which could have easily been on the show, by the way.
Oh my gosh, that would have made the show even better. Goodness gracious. You give them 20 minutes.
You could have easily put this on the show. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think Madcap has all the potential in the world. It's just what WWE needs to do after.
Yeah.
Speaking of two people that honestly have all the potential in the world, Theory and Ali.
They did well as well.
I mean, you talk about the future of this company, man. At the end of the day, I didn't even change this. This was the match we talked about before. I should have never done this because I just haven't changed it. You talk about two people that have all the potential in the world to be the future in this company. You're looking at Theory and Ali.
Indeed.
I mean, Theory's great in the ring. We all know this. Ali has been fantastic. It's just WWE continuing to push him down and down and down. They did their thing tonight for the United States title, man. And the last time we saw a United States title match was WrestleMania, bro. I mean,
that's crazy.
And I believe that was like, what, Riddle and Sheamus?
I think. I really do not.
WrestleMania Backlash, WrestleMania 38. Was it No, wait. WrestleMania 38 didn't have the United States title on the line, did it? Nah. Nah. Definitely not. It was WrestleMania 37. It was WrestleMania 37, bro.
Oh, okay.
WrestleMania 37 was the last United States title match in its history, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
And that was WrestleMania Night 2, Sheamus defeating Riddle to become the new United States champion. That is insane. I mean, think of what happened with the United States title from WrestleMania 37 Night 2 till now. Absolutely nothing, really.
Yeah.
But they did their thing tonight, man. I mean, I couldn't give Ali and Theory more props in the world. I mean, you're looking at two future stars here, bro.
Shit, Future right now. They
Yeah.
had reaction out of the crowd too. They freaking killed it for the time they were given. And that finishing spot when like Theory like lifted him up into his, that was perfectly done. Perfectly done.
Yeah, so I give them all the props in the world. They really do deserve it. And at the end of the day, these guys went in there. They went in there for only about 10 and a half minutes, but they made those minutes count, and they did the thing.
Yeah.
So, Theory shoved Ali off the ropes, and he lands on his feet, but favors his leg. Theory then jumps at him, and Ali super kicks him in midair for a 2 count. Theory looked like he landed a little bit awkwardly on his leg too, because I saw him clutching his knee.
Yeah, I was hoping that was just a spot. I was hoping he wasn't actually shaking up there.
Yeah, so hopefully he's okay there too. Listen, Cody, AJ, Theory, we do not need this, okay?
So much.
And then Punk on Friday, we do not need this. Yeah. So who the heck is texting me now? Oh, okay. Well, I'll text her back. Oh, look at that! Thank you, Gracie. She just shouted this out on her Instagram story for the Hell in a Cell preview and predictions. Thank you, Gracie. That's awesome.
That's great.
I love that.
She's great.
Go subscribe. Subscribe, follow, same difference. Go follow that wrestling lady on TikTok.
Facts.
She's absolutely awesome, and yeah, that was absolutely awesome getting to chat up with her during the preview and predictions for the show. But yeah, you look at this match. This was great. I was in the middle of this and I kind of just went off, but Ali goes to the top and Theory leaps and hits a springboard Spanish fly for a near fall. That was crazy because it was an Arabian press style Spanish fly, and I have never seen that before.
Beautifully done.
I mean, the Arabian press is impressive enough as it is.
Yeah.
But doing that into a Spanish fly, that's even more special. Shout out to AJ Styles. He used to do that all the time back in TNA.
I miss TNA AJ Styles, man.
And Christopher Daniels, too, because I believe he did it, too.
Yeah. They do some crazy shit. Oh, my gosh.
So he did that. He did like an Arabian press Spanish fly, which is phenomenal. No pun intended there with AJ. But they trade pins back and forth, and Ali connects with a clothesline, and both men are down. Ali drops Theory and goes to the top rope again, but Theory hits the ropes and to crush Ali, and then he lifts him up for the ATL, but Ali counters. Ali then goes for the STF. He's holding him in the STF, and Theory crawls under the bottom rope. Ali then drags Theory through the middle rope and kicks him and hits a tilt-a-whirl DDT. He goes up to the top and looks for a 450, but nobody home. Theory then hits a chop block on the knee and hits an ATL for the 1, 2, 3. Theory retains the title here. I had a feeling he was going to. I just didn't think, with the way that WWE has been using Ali at this point, that they were going to give him the title. I don't know what they're doing with Ali. The WWE said that they had major plans heading for Ali when it comes to his return. They've been using him week after week after week, losing week after week after week, and losing this match tonight. There's no huge plans for him. They're embarrassing this man on the way out, and it shows. Except for tonight, because tonight was great.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I just don't know what they have. I know what they have, and they have a great person in Ali.
Yeah, that's true.
They just don't see it. I mean, do you see where I'm coming from, though? They continue to bury him week after week.
That's what confused me, because I thought they saw it because he was about to be in that place of a world championship position if not for his injuries. I don't know if they just don't believe in him now. I don't know what changed. He
was in Money in the Bank. He was about to win the goddamn thing until Brock shows up that breaks the cameraman's arm and wins the briefcase.
That was the most stupid. I don't know how he was at the top and he just stops.
He just stops. You see Brock running towards that ring. I am unhooking that thing as fast as I possibly can and running the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you seen it looking at him. Oh, here he comes. Do something. It was absolutely crazy.
And the Randy Orton orbital thing just before the Elimination Chamber, that just sucked. I mean, that wasn't really Orton's fault. That wasn't Ali's fault. That just happens. It was just bad timing, just wrong place, wrong time, and the injury bug just has to bite at the worst possible times for people.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for that, Ali would have had that final spot in the Elimination Chamber. He would have had the Kofi Kingston moment, and he would have been WWE Champion at WrestleMania 35. I believe it was WrestleMania 35. Yeah, that was Kofi Mania.
Mm-hmm.
So if it just wasn't for that, he would have been WWE Champion, and he would have had that under his belt. And we honestly probably wouldn't even be talking about Ali in this light. Ali probably wouldn't be as frustrated as he probably is right now.
Yeah.
Hell, Ali probably wouldn't have had to tweet his frustration and ask for his release when WWE just flat out said no to him.
Yeah.
I think if Ali was WWE champion at WrestleMania 35, none of this would be happening.
Probably.
Well, I wouldn't say none of this, because obviously WrestleMania 35 was a long time ago.
Mm.
And a lot of things can change from WrestleMania 35 to now. Yeah. But I mean, who would have known what would have happened with the trajectory of Ali's career if none of those injuries happened to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes you wonder, man. It really does. I mean, I don't. Kofi Mania was a great thing, and I'm not taking anything away from Kofi. I don't want anybody to think of it in that way. But has anyone else ever thought like if Ali was in that spot that he was supposed to be in, what really could have happened throughout the trajectory of those next few months? I mean, we don't even know.
No, we don't. I mean, it would have been the same thing, just no Kofi. I don't know if Ali would have gotten the same reaction for Kofi, because obviously Kofi's been here for a long time, so he's gotten more acclimated with the fans. But you still had time to build it. It's hard for me to think about that only because Kofi Mania for me was just like absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was so special for all of us, especially for people that have like seen Kofi throughout his entire WWE career.
Yeah.
Which we both have, so we kind of just have that connection with Kofi.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder, man. It makes you wonder what would have happened like for those months with Ali. But I know people are gonna say like, oh my gosh, you didn't want Kofi Mania to happen. Of course I did. I wanted Kofi in that moment to happen. It's just if Ali had that spot, we would have never known what would have happened afterwards.
Yeah.
The Kofi Mania was a great moment, and Kofi Mania is going to be something that we're all going to be looking at for years to come. Hell, I even go back and watch it every night, not every night, but every year now. Every year since that moment, I've watched it at least once or twice because it is such a special moment. I treat it just like the match with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker Part 1 of 25 to me, because I go back and watch that twice a year, every single year. I do the same thing with Kofi. Because it is that special. It is that special, bro.
Yeah.
I do the exact same thing. But yeah, you got two future pieces here in the company. You got two, not really future now. You capitalize on these two now, and you got something going. But now it's time, guys, for the main event. Cody Rhodes coming into this match. At first, we all thought it was just a partially torn pectoral muscle. He did that in his brawl with Seth Rollins. They showed the video package of Seth Rollins' brawl with Cody on Monday night. You know when Seth and Cody drove each other through the barricade that night?
Yeah.
On Raw? I saw a moment where Cody's arm or whatever kind of just did not look right, either with him getting up or just it being pulled in a certain way. I think during that spot is when that pectoral torn happened.
Okay.
I saw something with the arm during that slow motion of them going through the barricade and everything. I think that moment is when the torn pectoral happened, the partially torn, and then obviously during his training at the Nightmare Factory for this match, that is when we saw obviously the full tear, and it was completely off the bone, as WWE was saying, and obviously you can tell because he looked freaking nasty out there tonight.
For real.
I was disgusted, bro. I couldn't even look.
It was something I haven't seen on a live television show in a very long time, as far as that gruesome of an injury. That he's ridiculous. He is absolutely insane.
Again, you got to give him all the props in the world because this is you can't not. You can't not. So with that being said, Cody was Cody Rhodes making his entrance first? No, it was Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins
making his entrance first.
Yeah.
And man, this guy has such attention to detail. It's not even funny. Cody Rhodes came out, dude, and Dusty Rhodes black and yellow polka dotted attire. First it was just a black robe, and then at the burn it down, he takes it off and it's Dusty.
I thought I knew he was going to do something. I didn't know he was going towards Cody's dad. I thought he was going to go old WWE Cody and try to do the whole dashing entrance with the mirror. I thought he was about to go that way, and I was about to lose it in here. I was preparing myself for something like that, but when I saw him holding the coat like he had something to show, I was like, oh God, and he definitely showed something because he looked crazy wearing that. But The attention to detail is insane.
So he made that, and I give Seth all the props in the world for that because he's wearing Dusty Rhodes' iconic black and yellow polka dotted attire. Rhodes is out next, and the fans are they're obviously firmly behind him, but we're kind of just waiting to see what the heck we're dealing with here, because obviously knowing a torn pectoral completely off the bone is going to look bad, but we did not know it was going to look, well, we should have known it was going to look really bad, but I don't think anybody was prepared for that.
At all. I didn't know what to expect. Last time I saw something like that was when it happened to Triple H, and that wasn't even live, you know. But seeing that live, as soon as he took his coat off, I started screaming. That was, oh my gosh! That I don't know how he did it. I still don't know how he did that.
Now I speak from experience here. I didn't completely tear it off the bone, but I had a partially torn one too.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I had a partially torn pectoral.
Mm.
Even a partially torn pectoral, you have that type of bruising at times. If it's like really like torn, mine was like almost torn completely off the bone, but a partially torn pectoral can do that kind of damage as well. So seeing that, I'm like, dude, you know, that just has to freaking suck, because you saw his arm. His arm was like 10 times the size of a goddamn watermelon, and then his legitimately like pectoral muscle, like all of this, it was like out here, like like it was so swollen. You saw the actual pain that he had when his theme song was going whoa, and the crowd was doing it. He could only do one arm, because he couldn't even lift up the other one. He couldn't even do this. He just has to do one.
That's what scared me. He might not be. That's what I was thinking. Like, he wasn't gonna wrestle, and then he starts to wrestle, and
he gets inside the cell, and I'm like, what is happening?
Never seen that. I never cringed that hard than just watching that first 5 minutes of that match.
Yeah, everyone was complete silent. At the drop of a hat, you see him take off the coat, and everyone was just dead silent. Like,
it should look ridiculous.
Because we're like, what is going to happen here? I mean, and the thing is, guys, they went 25 minutes.
A great 25 minutes. Like, it wasn't even a bad 25 minutes.
Yeah, like, you can't just not give props. You can't. You can't just not say that this was great. For God's sakes, Cody, go home. Go home. Take care of this thing. Go home.
You got it.
Like,
leave it alone.
Like, we need you. We need you here.
Bro, when he wakes up tomorrow morning, holy crap.
Dude, I don't want to be Brandy. I don't want to be Brandy the next day. I don't even want to be Brandy when he went through that curtain. Because I know Brandy has to be pissed that he did this.
Well, listen, chat, if y'all ever got hurt before, it hurts in the moment. But if it's bad enough to where you got to sleep on it and you wake up, it hurts 15 times more. He is about to feel the reckoning tomorrow.
I've had 2 surgeries on this elbow and 1 surgery on this one. I had to I sleep on my right side all the time. Sleeping on this with your like your arm elevated and on your right side sucks like a bitch. Okay, and sleeping on an injured side is terrible.
Lord Jesus, man.
I mean, obviously, we don't know what side Cody Rhodes sleeps on. We don't need to know that. But sleeping with a torn pectoral muscle sucks. It's going to be bad. And I do not want to be Brandy tomorrow. I do not want to be Brandy throughout this entire recovery because this is going to be bad. And I don't know when. I don't care when Cody returns at this point. Just return when you are ready. Don't return early. We know you're a freaking warrior. We saw this tonight.
Prove that, sir.
You don't need to prove anything else. Okay.
Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone.
Just go home. Get it taken care of.
You got it.
And just take care of yourself, okay? I love you, okay? I want to meet you one day. I don't want to meet a crippled. I don't want to meet a crippled, not even able to move his right arm man, because this man's obviously one of my idols when it comes to pro wrestling. I want to meet this man on the right terms.
I feel you.
So please go home, stay safe, and take care of this.
Yeah.
But with that being said, this match was great, dude.
I don't know what else I can say. I don't know. I don't
How
know.
do you do this?
I don't know how you did it.
How do you do this with a torn pectoral muscle completely off the bone? I give Seth all the props too, because he carried him through this.
A beautiful job.
He helped this man through. He's like, come on, I guarantee, like, we can't hear them because obviously they're not like mic'd up, like you know those NFL mic'd up videos or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not mic'd up here, but Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, they had to have been talking back and forth throughout this thing. Cody's like, God fucking damn it, this shit hurts. Cody's like, come on. Seth is like, come on, we got this. Let's continue. We're going to get through this. We're going to do this. He was hyping him up the entire time. I guarantee it.
Whatever works. If that worked, you got it. Damn.
I mean, I give all the props to Cody. I give all the props to Seth. They did not have to give us the 25-minute banger that they did inside Hell in a Cell, and they did. I mean, I knew this match was going to be great, even before the injury. And obviously, the injury did not help the severity and how great this match was. Obviously not. I am not saying that.
Yeah.
But even with this injury, this was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think Cody Rhodes winning is the right winner, is the right thing here, even with this injury. Because I had Cody winning regardless.
Yeah.
But like, it was so good. I kind of want to just get right into this because this was a great thing. I'm obviously not going to read the entire match because this was a 25-minute matchup, and this was and the way sometimes these notes are, they don't really grammatically make all that much sense. So I'm not going to read 25-minute matches, but I'll read from 3 paragraphs down to the ending of the match. So Rollins unties at this point in time, Rhodes brought in a bull rope, right, with the cowbell on it.
Yeah.
The man was ringing the cowbell. I was like, let's go. This is fully Dusty Rhodes. This is Dustin Rhodes too. Because Dustin Rhodes, I don't know if you knew this or not, but he had a bull rope match in AEW.
I heard about it. I didn't know.
He had a bull rope match in AEW. It was against QT Marshall, your man.
Yeah. Of course it was.
It was against your man, QT. And it wasn't honestly all that bad. Obviously, Dustin won. But yeah, he brought in the bull rope. He was ringing that cowbell. He was doing the dang thing. He ties it around his wrist, and then did he tie it around Cody's Seth's wrist too? I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he kept telling Seth to do it, and then Seth eventually did it.
Okay. So So he does that. Seth brought in a table into the ring, and Rollins props the table in the corner. We had a table spot in the corner before, and I saw your live at one point. He was like, "There's no way he's going through a table. There's no way he's going through a table." And thank God he didn't. But then he did at one point anyway, so it didn't matter.
Well,
So, so he brought the table in the ring. Rollins props in the corner and wants to powerbomb Cody through it, but he gets free and hits the crossroads for a near fall. Rollins then counters Rhodes and powerbombs him through the table anyway in the corner and covers, but Cody Rhodes is able to kick out. At some points, he was kicking out with the torn pectoral arm. At some points, he wasn't.
It just hurt to watch. It hurt to watch.
It hurts, bro. It hurts. And it's such an instinct. I heard you in your live. It's such an instinct to kick out with whatever arm is really free, no matter what side somebody is pinning you on. If somebody is pinning you on your left side, you're kicking out with your right arm. If somebody's doing it on the right, you're kicking out with your left. It's such an instinct. And whenever Cody was doing it on his left side, he has to kick out with his right. It had to have sucked. But he just wanted to continue doing it. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing?
I want him to stop so bad. I'm like, you don't have to do this, man. You're good. We know. God.
We love you enough, bro.
What, man? Good.
So, man, so he was doing it. Rollins then goes outside and retrieves a sledgehammer. And a sledgehammer means a lot to both of these men. Obviously, Rollins with a sledgehammer because of the authority and everything that he was doing with that. Cody, the first show, he brings out a sledgehammer and takes it to the throne at Double or Nothing, the first ever show in AEW history. And he takes it to the throne, symbolizing Triple H. And no, that's just not me calling out AEW on their shit. That's exactly what happened if you saw the show.
Yeah.
So he gets in the ring and looks to hit Cody with the sledgehammer, but he misses. Seth then wants a pedigree, but Cody counters and hits his own pedigree for a very close near fall. I'm like, Cody, stay the frick down.
I wanted that pedigree. I thought that was going to be the one.
Rollins rolls to the outside as Cody is going to lift the sledgehammer, but of course with the torn pectoral, he can't do it. Rhodes stalks Rollins in the ring, and when he is ready to get back in the ring, Rollins then hits a stomp for a cover and covers him, but Cody kicks out again. I'm like, dude, stop. I'm like, stop. I can't take it anymore. I don't want you more hurt. You already have it off the bone. I don't want you to lose your arm. Rollins then wants to stop again, but Cody avoids it. Rollins then hits Cody with a crossroads, holding on as he lifts him up for another, but Rhodes counters it with one of his own. Both men are down and both go to the sledgehammer. Cody gets it before Rollins, but he can't lift it up because of, obviously, he has a goddamn pectoral muscle tear. He can't lift it.
But he does.
But he does. Rollins tries to use it, but Rhodes kicks it anyway, and he hits a crossroads after he hit him with a sledgehammer shot. And Rhodes, he lifts it, he hits him with a sledgehammer. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes wins the match. And guess what WWE tweeted after the match was ending?
What?
This is a good tweet, don't worry. Thank you at Cody Rhodes with 3 clapping emojis. Hashtag Hell in a Cell.
I love it. I love it, man. Love it.
I mean, the man deserves all the props and respect in the world. You're not going in there. A normal man is not going to go in there inside Hell in a Cell of all places with a torn pec off the bone and do a 25-minute match.
And win.
And win. And win. There is something special about Cody, and I've been trying to tell people this since AEW. And no, AEW did not make him the man that he is. Cody Rhodes did that all on his own. There's something special about this man. And WWE sees it now.
If you don't know, now you know.
Now, he's obviously stepping away. You have to.
I hope so, please.
You have to. This man shows up on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I'm going to cry.
Yeah. He's gonna be on Raw tomorrow.
He's on Raw tomorrow?
Yeah, he's gonna address the injury as if we don't know that he's done.
When was this announced?
He did a promo after the show, and I just watched the video of it before the podcast started. Well, actually, like when the podcast first started.
Okay. I did not see that. So, where is this found?
Let me see. I thought I sent it to you. I probably didn't. Let me see.
If you sent it to me, I'll just look at it after. But
let me see something. Let me see.
Let's see.
Oh, I got one on YouTube. I got a link on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll definitely be looking at that. I will see where that goes. But yeah, just go home, take care of yourself. And yeah, we're good to go. This is something special. I don't even want to ask you when this man should return because it doesn't matter.
Whenever he's okay.
He should return when he is ready. That's it. I don't want to return early because at that point, people are going to say that like he's just returning because it's just for his own good. No. Cody would want to return early as much as he possibly can because he is passionate about this business, he is prideful at what he does, and he just loves the business of professional wrestling. But there's a difference between being prideful and knowing when it's time to slow down.
Yeah.
And this is a time for him to slow down.
He did all he can do tonight. You don't have to prove anything else until you're ready to come back and then start right where you left off.
Yes.
Wherever that may be.
Now, if you don't think though, if you don't think that this man is a worthy contender to take care of the tribal chief, you're
the only person now.
You're crazy.
You're the only person now.
You're crazy. If you don't think this man does not deserve at least a chance to take down the tribal chief.
You got it. I don't know how in the world you do that. You have to, man.
If we're not ununifying the titles and we're just giving like the undisputed WWE championship just like it usually is, You're giving Rollins and you're giving Cody the title. You're giving him both.
Pretty much.
You're giving him both. But guys, that's it. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about this show tonight. The show was way better than any of us ever really anticipated. Rollins helped out a lot when it comes to Hell in a Cell, but even without the injury, this match is going to be a great thing. And everything else, you really could not complain about. The women killed it. Everything else, when it comes to just like the middle of the card, it didn't look good on the surface, but they killed it. You really can't say anything bad about this show.
At all.
So we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good rest of the night. We're obviously, we're going to be seeing Cody on Monday. I don't know why. We know the extent. We know the severity. Just go home and take care of yourself, bro. But we're going to be doing that on Monday. We're going to be doing the Monday Night Raw post show. And it's just another week.
Indeed.
We'll see where things go. Thank you guys so much. We're on the road to Money in the Bank now. I thought Cody was going to win Money in the Bank, but
Guess not now.
he can't now.
Ridiculous, man.
We also got to see if Money in the Bank is legitimately what they're saying that it is, and whoever wins gets WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's the real next thing now.
Yeah.
That's our next goal.
For real.
All right, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you guys on Monday for the Monday Night Raw post-show review. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Take care. We the ones. And by the way, no, we ain't the ones tonight. We ain't the ones tonight. We're the American Nightmare. Shout out to you, Cody, for an amazing match.
Damn right.
Good on you, my man. Take care. And Rosary Trust.